Hello everyone, hi, I'm Unnati Sankhe and today we are going to do is SYBMS Semester 3 Corporate Finance subject. Under that we are going to continue with module 4, that is mobilization of funds. So in module 4 it is a theoretical chapter. So in this chapter you will have almost 2 or 3 kinds of questions which are going to be asked. So among that, in the mobilization of funds, the most important thing is foreign collaboration. Now what do you mean by foreign collaboration? When 2 or more companies come together. Collaboration means what? When 2 or more companies come together to collaborate. But now what they have given you? Foreign collaboration. So one company will be an domestic company, the other company will be a foreign company. When such 2 companies come together, one being foreign company, the other one being from different country and the one being from the different countries, when such 2 or more companies come together to collaborate, to share the trade, to do trading, to share capital, human resources, technology, marketing functions. So when these people come together to form a business, that is called a foreign collaboration. So under foreign collaboration you have to do what are the advantages, disadvantages of the foreign collaboration and what are the types of foreign collaboration. So we will see what all types are there of foreign collaboration. First is financial. Financial is where if consider Indian as a domestic company and America as a foreign company. From America there is one company and that is going to invest, that is going to provide us finance, that is going to invest in our company. पैसा provide करेगा, so that will be what? That will be a financial collaboration where there is finance involved, monetary system, monetary funds are involved. Next is technical collaboration. Now India has been importing lots of aircraft services from either Russia or Germany or America. Therefore, to purchase those aircraft, to purchase those helicopters or aircraft, we need to know even the technical terms. See, when you purchase those aircraft, after even if one part goes, even if one part gets damaged, it is very difficult to update that part, or it is very difficult to know which part, how to renew that part, how to replace that part. So again we will have to purchase a new aircraft. So for that what India says, what Indian government says, that along with the aircraft, when we are buying the aircraft, along with that teach us the technical know-how, how it is performed, what is the technology behind developing that aircraft. So that's why technical is what, when you are selling a machinery, even you will come to know how it is made, how the technical terms are used, or how the technology is invented. So for that there is technical collaboration. Next is marketing collaboration. Under marketing collaboration, the foreign company will help in marketing the goods, marketing the services. So that will be helpful for in marketing collaboration. Next is 3-way collaboration, wherein one will be our Indian company, domestic company, one will be American company, foreign company, and there will be again a Japanese company. So when these 3 companies from America, Japan and India come together, that will be a 3-way collaboration. Why? Because 3 people, 3 from different countries are coming together. Next is management consultancy. Sometimes what happens is management itself, the management is provided to the other companies. Domestic companies are places where we don't have most updated technologies or the consultancy. So the big companies, big foreign companies who have a huge and a good management consultancy people, they will provide us, they will do collaboration in terms of by providing us the people, helping by making us get help from those management people. Next is joint venture. Joint venture is something when 2 or more people, the companies come together for a shorter period of time. It is more of a profit oriented. Next are what all benefits are there in foreign collaboration. So if you do foreign collaboration, first is optimum utilization of resources. See, in developed countries, they have huge technology, they have updated technology, they have everything, resources, they have technology, they have skilled people, but they do not have is resources, they do not have is human resources. So for that, capital, they don't have cheap labor. So for that, they collaborate with Indian companies, they collaborate with Chinese companies, they collaborate with Asian companies, so that they get a cheap labor, cheap capital. So first will be optimum utilization. When these two companies come together, there will be a reduction in prices and there will be optimum utilization of resources. Next will be transfer of technology. Through transfer of technology, even they will get paid for research and development what they have put in their own companies. To develop the technology, they must have done lots of research and technology cost. They have incurred costs on research and technology. That will help them in while transferring the technology. They can ask for money from us when they are giving us the technology. So that will be one of the reasons. Quality and efficiency, it will be highly qualified. When two companies are coming together, it will be efficient and the quality will be the best quality provided. So because of that, there will be competition in the existing domestic country. Better relations, when two companies from different countries are coming together, are merging up. Of course, there will be good relations between the countries as well as the companies, because there is inflow and outflow of cash. Bridges resources gap. So there is a huge gap. If you see in developed countries, there is a gap of human resource. In developing countries, we have technological gap, and when these companies are coming together, merging up, there will be reduction in those gap. The companies will have larger sales, higher sales as the consumption. If you must know, Coca-Cola and Pepsi, they have the highest sales only in India. Only even in India, if they have the highest sales, the only Dadar part, if you see the Dadar, which is in Mumbai, if you see the sales, it has higher sales than Germany. Overall, Germany, the amount of Pepsi that Germany is consuming is lower than the amount of people who are consuming in Dadar. जितना sales Dadar में हो रहा है, उससे कम sales Germany में है. So such companies are more inclined to sell in Indian developing countries, because even the sales get increased in thousands and crores. Next is economic development. Of course, for developing countries, it will be economical development. People will get job, people will get developed, new technologies will be there. These were the benefits of foreign collaboration. Next is demerits. What are the disadvantages of foreign collaboration? So first is benefits developed countries. So it benefits the developed countries. It is highly benefited. Mostly the technologies, the latest technologies are owned by developed countries. So we will be always, the developing countries will always be in the lower side. They will be always on the higher end, because they have the most developed resources. They will have the latest developed technologies. So it is difficult for us to buy from them, to do the barter system or to do the bargaining system. So we will always be in the lower end. So it will be always beneficial for the developed countries. Destroy domestic markets. Pepsi, Coca-Cola, from the moment they have been launched in India, they have started the monopoly. Their monopoly is there in the whole. At least in India, there is a monopoly. No other brands. For example, earlier there were few soft drink brands, but right now there is no brands who are competing as equal to Pepsi and Coca-Cola. They have even Pepsi and Coca-Cola Coke. They even took over Thumbs Up. So they have the monopoly. They have monopoly in which market? They have monopoly in domestic market. They get monopoly in domestic market. Next is absolute technology. Sometimes what happens is, as we are developing countries, we will need we would need good technology, latest technology. But sometimes developed countries may provide us with technologies which are outdated, which are obsolete, which are of no use. So that will be a disadvantages for us. Next is high taxes. Now this high taxes is for the developing for the companies who are foreign companies. So in developing countries, in our India, there is a higher rate of taxes. So when taxes are so high for them, for example, if you see as compared to developed countries, their taxes are lower, and in our country taxes are higher. So that will be a disadvantages for them. Next is instability. We have our political parties, and because of politics, it keeps on fluctuating. So because of that fluctuation, you never know what all new regulations, what all new things may come out in developing countries. So that will be those instability will have a direct impact on foreign companies. Social and cultural gap. Now if you, for example, if you take McDonald's, earlier the McDonald's was only based on they only had non-veg, only chicken burgers, pork burgers, so only these non-vegetarian burgers were used to be sold. Now because there is a huge gap in America, mostly no one is vegan, but here we have vegan people, so they don't eat non-vegetarian. So for that they had to change their marketing procedure, they had to change their product according to the customization, according to the people. So there is a gap whenever you think your product is very successful in foreign countries, that doesn't mean it will be successful in India. For example, if you consider now here, almost in foreign countries people are buying electrical cars. Now here we are not buying electrical cars. In Lonavala, only in Lonavala, if you see, Mumbai to Lonavala, we just have 2 charging section for electronic cars. Now you cannot charge a car on portable system, right? For charger you need to have a charger station. So from Mumbai to Lonavala you only have 2 stations. So we need to focus, we need to rebuild everything. So if then a company comes to sell if Tesla comes in India to sell their electronic cars, people won't buy it because there are no electronic charger system. Like petrol stations are there are no charger stations as equal to petrol station. So it will be difficult for us to sell those products. So there is a social and cultural gap between 2 countries and 2 companies. So that will be one of the disadvantages, demerits. So next is foreign direct investment. Under foreign direct investment, there is acquisition of assets in a country by foreign companies, by foreign entities for a purpose of control. So FDI should be minimum 10% if they are controlling any asset or any company, so they should have at least 10% of control over that company. So first we will see advantages of FDI, foreign direct investments. They will directly invest in the companies at least 10% of share. So the advantages are additional capital. This will help in providing us with the additional capital, new capital, improve management technique. The way the foreign companies are working, the same way they will be helping us to manage the company, manage the resources. It will help to access financial markets, international financial markets. See, there are rarely companies in India which are able to access, small companies in India which are able to access the foreign market. So if there is any FDI in the company, there is any investments of the foreign companies in the company, it will be helpful for them to provide that, to go ahead with the project. It will helpful for them to use that share in the market, to use that assets, use that 1 minute. It will be helpful for them to access the financial markets, international financial markets, where they will be able to increase their sales. So these are the advantages, 3 advantages that there will be helpful in additional capital. There will be improved management technique, and they will be easily accessible financial market. They will be able to easily access financial market. Next are disadvantages of foreign direct investment. What are the disadvantages? So first is weak capital markets. So because of FDI, the other companies will feel weak, they will feel incompetent, they will feel higher competition. Subsidies, when government provides subsidies for FDI, they will always have a higher competitive advantage. They will always see that they are incurring more profit since there are subsidies as compared to other companies where there is no subsidies. Next is economy. Economy is something depending upon the economic texture, the FDIs will get affected, and because of FDI, there is increasing internalizing weaknesses. Internalizing weaknesses means what? That within the country there will be weaknesses of the same sector. If there is an FDI of other sector, so the other companies will be feeling internalizing weakness. Next are sources of finance. Which all sources of finances are there? So first is bank overdraft. Bank overdraft, if you must have heard, when banks give over and above the credit. When over and above the बैंक अकाउंट में जितना पैसा है उसके ऊपर जब क्रेडिट देता है तो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज बैंक ओवरड्राफ्ट. दीज आर ऑल गिवन टू बिजनेसमैन. नेक्स्ट इज इक्विटी. You can access the equity. Through equity you can have the sources of funds. Under the equity there are three kinds of equities in the international market. First is global depository receipt. Second is European depository receipt. Third is American depository receipt. Now this American, European and global, these all depository receipts are something they are very, if you invest in them or if you have the shares of those companies, it is highly transferable. They are highly purchased and sold. They are highly tradable. So these are the equities where if someone is investing in that company, it will be a very helpful way to invest as a form of equity. Next is cash credit account. Cash credit account, again you are being given a credit over and above a certain period, that is called as cash credit period. So in this chapter only these three things you need to do it very properly. First is FDI, foreign direct investment, foreign collaboration and types of sources of funds. If you do this thing, you will be able to solve the MCQs as well as the 5 marks questions which are being asked you as a compulsory question. So it will be helpful for you. Okay, thank you everyone.